the imagination is a wonderful thing. It allows authors and artists to create innovative worlds in our minds that couldn't possibly exist in the real world. So with Avengers 2 coming out next month, it got me thinking about superpowers. What would be your ideal combination of superpowers? What would you do with them? Doug.
Fellow Toastmasters, the idea of superpowers is fascinating. I grew up with the Man of Steel. He was juxtaposed by the Lone Ranger, right? We're talking pretty primitive stuff here. To leap a tall building with a single bound, is that like awesome or what? So for me, it is the Man of Steel. Just, fellow Toastmasters, don't take a job as Superman. You always get capped in the real world. It just doesn't work. So, with that in mind, keep your Superman fantasies a fantasy, because there is a give and take to the universe. The pendulum swings both ways. People that play blues understand that you have to pay for this fantasy, my friends.
People often criticize modern technology, such as TV and iPads, for limiting our creativity. How do you think these devices stifle or enhance our creativity? Paul.
Phil.
Oh, Phil, I'm sorry.
How do I think this stifles creativity? Well, I'll give you an experience. A family. The kids sit in front of the TV all day long. They sit there and play video games all day long. So what do you call that? Okay. And when you ask them to do something, well, I'm busy. And what are you doing? Well, I'm playing this video game. Well, knowing what they're going through, and us as older people, knowing what I go through, I'm into photography. So the same thing as the kids. I am busy. Do not bother me. Dinner is ready. I'm still busy. I'm working on my photographs. And so on. So what stifles me, and I see with the kids, is we are preoccupied. No matter which way we go, we talk about, do I need a phone? Do I need all the apps? Do I really need a computer? Do I need all that information? But then you feel lost because you don't have it. So, to answer your question, yes, it does stifle everybody.
As a kid, I rarely read books. I always opted to watch the movies when they came out. So what is your favorite movie and why? Theresa.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master. My favorite movie. Well, that is so hard to say. There's so many that are out today. There's so many that I haven't seen. I believe I may have had a question like this, something similar to this a while ago, but I will tell you, when I think of, if I really had to put my hand on a favorite movie, it would have to be a TV movie, which is Imitation of Life. I love that movie. If it comes on 100 times, I can watch it 100 times. Every time I watch it, I always have the same emotion. I'm very emotional, and in the end, when at the funeral and the daughter is crying, I'm crying. I love that movie. It's old, it goes way back, but I think it's still, in a lot of ways, in some people's mind, it's relevant still today. So Imitation of Life, I don't know if you've seen it. You may not have even heard of it. Yeah, especially young age. But the next time, if you ever get an opportunity to watch it, I know there are two versions. I believe there are two. It's a very good movie. Black and white. But if you get a chance, watch it.
How are you doing on time, by the way?
We're good. We can do one more.
So people who have hobbies love creating things. Gardeners create beautiful landscapes, artists paint physical representations of their emotions, and sculptors can make statues out of blocks of stone. I'm wondering if you have any hobbies. Irma. Oh, do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies, wow.
Creative ones.
No, I actually do not have any creative hobbies. One thing that I need to do is maybe take some cooking classes because after 20 years, I'm done. We're eating sandwiches now. As far as chicken, I have taken it as far as I could go. Pasta, everything. I do need to go back and actually make something, not just regular box cookies or cakes, but actually make it from scratch. I definitely do have to go back and get a hobby. Maybe another thing that I would actually like is to be to decorate my house. We moved there 4 years and I haven't painted or decorated. Interior design will be nice. I think once if I get to it, I could know that I could become a good designer, and maybe you guys could benefit from that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean. I think that was your first table topics, right?
Yes.
Good job.
Nice. Good job.
Now I'd like to welcome up our general evaluator, Miss Helen Lowe. Thank you. Now